Coach, Indy Thanksgiving Classic last weekend, kind of a 180 of games. I guess it's easy to say. Kind of give your assessment of both games, starting with the Indy game.
Well, Indy's a really good team. Obviously, they beat Tech by 20 the week before, so we knew going in we were going to have to play pretty well, be pretty aggressive, play pretty hard to have a chance in that game. And I just didn't think the effort was there. I thought we kind of backed down and didn't really compete, and that's probably what bothered me the most. When we were down 34 with like 13 minutes left, it was just we just weren't really given that effort to try to fight back. And obviously we called a lot of timeouts, and we were trying to get a reaction out of them. And finally, in that last 13 minutes or so, we made a little bit of a run and cut that to 19. But I thought the turnaround to Saturday was great. I mean, it was the effort, the competitiveness, the just hunger and passion to be out there on the floor and play that we've been looking for all season. And I felt like the girls, were kind of validated a little bit by giving that effort and getting the win. But for the most part, it was their effort and consistency in doing what we've been asking them to do that I was most proud about.
That win, you got to do a lot of coaching in the last 5 minutes of that game.
Yeah.
Kind of talk about how that helps the team down the road. Lots of timeouts, stopping runs, making free throws. Kind of give the fans an assessment of how that helps.
Yeah, we haven't been in that situation with this group of kids, and you forget, what they know or don't know, and if you look back, I mean, there's not a lot of close games that they've won or that they've actually been in, so it was a brand new situation for all of us as far as me coaching them through that. So there was definitely a few times we called a couple extra timeouts to make sure they understood 100% of what we were trying to do, and we didn't execute as well as we need to probably. We got bailed out by Jasmine Woods making her free throws and really pulling that win out for us. But we had a couple fouls. We gave up a layup too quick. We didn't really use the clock as well as we needed to. But until you're in those situations, you don't really know how to play them, and you don't know who's going to step up and who you need on the floor. So the more you can be in those situations, and even though we made mistakes, we pulled it out. Obviously, that's a good thing for us. The better we'll be in those situations. So the more we can get in them, the better we're going to be.
One of the other positives from Saturday's win was free throw shooting, 23 of 29 for a team, which is impressive. I mean, you doubled Marion's makes, over doubled with them only making 11. But one of the clutch performers was Jasmine Woods, who unheard of really, 14 of 14 free throws in the second half, all of her points, field goals. Talk about the rarity of that, and then how that helped the team. Yeah,
I think it's something that we've been kind of harping on and preparing for since we started practice. We shoot a ton of free throws. We feel it's obviously a stat that we want to win in every game, and when you work on them as much as we do, it kind of gives you that confidence going in when you get to the line to knock those shots down, because you've been there many times, even though it's in practice. And we try to put them in pressure situations in practice to knock those down. And Woods is one of our most consistent performers in practice on making her free throws. So every time we shoot, she's 9 out of 10. She's knocking down her 2 in front of the team. She's always the one that's making them. So it was kind of a no-brainer for me to get her to the line. I honestly wasn't aware that she had shot that many in the second half. I knew that she'd been there a few times, but 14's a lot. 14's a lot for a game, let alone a half. So I feel the main focus for us in that game was to attack. It was to get in the paint, to stop shooting three-pointers, and to get the ball inside, whether that was our guards getting in the paint or getting it to our post players and trying to get to the line where we're a little bit better than we are from shooting three right now. So I feel, by getting the win, it kind of validated the fact that that's what we were trying to do. And, going forward, hopefully we continue to do that.
4 straight games on the road. Thursday you get to wake up in your own bed and play at home. Nice on that aspect, but then also your opponent is a familiar foe for you. Kind of talk about that and all of the things that go along with that game. Yeah,
getting to play a home game is going to be great. I mean, obviously I've never coached a game here at Saginaw, so at least in the Ryder Center, so we'll be a lot of emotions with that, and then on top of it you got Lake State coming in, so we have a lot of emotions riding there. But I feel for the most part those emotions are mine. I don't necessarily think they're the team's. They're my personal emotions, and I think the team will be confident and ready to go. And obviously I have a little insight into how those kids play at Lake State, and I gotta relay that to the team and make sure that we're capable of stopping some of the things they're looking to do. You know, on the flip side, it's one game. I mean, it's one game. Whether we win or whether we lose, in the grand scheme of the conference, it's one of 19, and obviously we want to win, and we're going to try to win, but it's, you know, we're not going to get 2 or 3 wins out of it because I beat a team that I coached before. So we got to take that attitude and just play the game the best we can, and we are, I mean, we're trying to get better. I mean, that's it. We're trying to get better every day, and that's just another step towards us, you know, becoming a better program.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.